Welcome everybody. Let's see here. That's going there. That's going
Jason,
here. Hey, we got Waj in here too. Sam, Andy. Okay, and
Hey,
we'll.
how's it going?
It's good. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see here. I think we are all good to go. A little more speedy today than usual, so that's perfect. Yeah, so welcome to the call today. If you have any questions or if you want to get in line to ask something, I guess just raise your hand and we'll go that way. We got Sam, who has raised his hand first here. What's this red thing? Oh, okay, that's a Fathom. Fathom is being like, hey, okay, I'm gonna record here as well. And then yeah, we'll just keep an eye out for other people coming in. And how can I put that on the side? All right, cool. Well, we're streaming in the group. Welcome to GHL Power Hour on Tuesday, where we're gonna talk about some stuff and see how things are going, answer any questions, and hopefully get you guys rolling with what you need. I know Courtney had a question yesterday that he posted in the group, or we chatted about, and I'll go through that later. It's about updating custom values and a couple of different ways to do that. We have a custom values updater, but you can also do it through high level, and then we have an onboarding type snapshot that you can use. But I was thinking about it last night, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I woke up, and I wonder if you can use it to make like a PDF or just have customers fill out the form and then have all the details if you don't want to update all the custom values for them. So we'll maybe talk about that in a little bit. But I know Sam raised his hand, said he's got a question. So hit me up, man, and let me know what you think. What you thinking?
two questions. One simple. I've got a schedule set up to meet you today. I think at 3:30. Are we
Okay.
good for that?
Um, yeah, probably. Yep. Seems good.
Okay. And the other question is, I'm doing a lot of things with the restaurants here that I'm working with right now, and
Okay.
one of the issues is has nothing to do with loyalty, but it has to do with the ability to order um, an order system, and I'm trying to find the right one. And I'm kind of settling in on one called Otter. That's Otter.
Okay.
Are you familiar with them at all?
I heard of Otter. I've never looked into it. Last time we talked, you were talking about the WordPress one.
Orderable, and
Yeah.
I'm changing my mind. I mean, at this point, I'm strongly leaning towards Otter.
Okay.
What they do is they can integrate with DoorDash, Grubhub, all the others, and bring it into one portal. They will allow me to have one price for DoorDash, a different price for Grubhub, a different price for any of the third parties. They also have their own ordering system, which is a no commission system.
Okay.
And the thing I like the most about them is that they seem to have a very, very robust um, reporting system.
Okay.
So I can get reports based on items sold versus dollar sold. I can do it based on Grubhub, DoorDash. I can do all individually. I can total it. So just a lot of things. And I, number one is I just was curious if you were interested or knew much about them. And the other would be then obviously can we integrate with them at all in any way for the loyalty part?
I have never. I no, I don't. I'm not even sure. I haven't heard of like I feel like I've heard of them, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done any work with them. So I'm
Right.
curious. I'm just looking on their website right now to see what that would look like. But it'd be great to talk to somebody and see if they had some kind of integration or something that we could use, you know. That would be awesome.
what I'm running into, Jason, is that I mean the loyalty I understand, and our system is working pretty well right now with that. But
Hmm.
but I'm kind of going back a step beyond that and saying if all the coupons and all these things that we're scheduling to give out,
Yep.
I like to utilize what I call the HVLC. And I mentioned that to you before, high value, low cost. But if the restaurant doesn't know their cost per plate per item, then how do they know how to do a high value, low cost? Which takes me
Okay,
back
right.
to a whole different ball game. So we're getting some other software involved that will deal with that specifically.
Yep.
Uh, and the POS system we're working with now is a crappy system, but
And
uh,
you mentioned last time that they changed, right? They just changed their POS, right?
that's correct. And they went with one that I'm not in favor of, but it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. I have no power over that. The
Yeah.
problem is I can't segregate my information the proper way in order I mean, it's just a jumble of numbers, and without it being where you can parse it in the right way, it's almost no good. And
Right.
then I run into the case of because we're going to start integrating with an inventory control system as well because that's all tied in together. But now, if I don't have a proper way to input my online orders
Right.
into the system, then it's very difficult to track the inventory based on how many ounces of cheese went on this many plates of food and the poundage and all that.
Okay.
So I found another program that will do that for me. So I'm just
Is
trying to
that
integrate
like, is that
several
something that your
programs.
clients are looking for? Like for you to help them like manage their restaurants and integrate like all that inventory control and all that kind of stuff?
Maybe not, but my feeling is that I go back to the HVLC. If they don't know what they're selling, then I'm almost doing them a disservice not to do that, not to have the system
Is
in
it
place.
complicating things too much though? Like as far as like offering a simple service or a solution to help them, is it
Mhm.
complicating things too much by, and I'm not saying it is, but to try and go in and educate them on, what is their food costs and how much are they spending and what ends up being high value, low cost when um they're it depends on what your job is, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're coming in as a consultant to try and help them optimize their restaurant and make better decisions that way and have things run more profitably, that is one option, right? That where you're coming in. There's also just coming in as the marketing side and helping them um get more customers through the door, get fill more seats.
I understand exactly what you're saying, and I don't have a good answer.
Yeah.
We could go down either path, and I could make a case either way. Um, so I don't know. I just know that in the one particular restaurant I'm working with, they desperately need this,
Yeah.
and I think it will pay big dividends. Uh, and a lot of it uh, makes running the restaurant a lot easier, a lot more effective, a lot more efficient.
Okay.
And so I'm choosing to go down that path. Andy may not, for example. I don't know.
Right.
I don't think there's a right and a wrong. I think I'm just looking to work this out. So basically, I'm just asking you, can we integrate with I forgot the name of it now.
Otter?
Otter
Not
and
really sure. So I just actually,
so
as I was listening to you talk, I filled out
right.
their form to look at becoming an integration partner, and we'll have to
Okay.
hear back from them to see what they say.
Sure, sure. And I've got a meeting with them scheduled again for Thursday, so I can
Mhm.
be glad to tell you that part as well. So,
Okay,
and,
cool.
and,
Yeah.
and that's primarily what I want to talk to you about on a private meeting. But if this suffices here, then the main thing is the integration. I just want to spend a little time sharing with you what I'm looking to do and how we're trying to make it happen.
Yeah. So, let me just, I gotta finish setting this. I'm
Sure.
just gonna say that we have a bunch of different ones here. Okay, so I submitted the integration there. Yeah, so that's all we can really do is Otter seems interesting. I noticed actually in here one of the I had a guy work for me back like 20, well, what would it be now, like probably like around 2006 2007. He was working with me and his dad owned a bunch of Quiznos sub shops, and he ended up creating a scheduling system for his dad's restaurant. And I see that they're one of the integration partners in here called Seven Shifts,
Right.
and
Right.
they're an integration partner with Otter. But yeah, that's the next step here is trying to get as much integrations as we can into these different POS systems.
Mhm.
So okay, well let's move on. Like yeah, so I mean the only thing we could do is try to I reached out, sent them an email, and we'll see what they say
Okay.
about integration. And actually maybe I'll reach out to the Seven Shifts guy too, and just have a good chat with him because that's kind of the direction we're going, and maybe there's some stuff we can talk about there as well. So let's
And
do that. And then
if
if
you
you,
want to just cancel the 3 o'clock or whatever it
yeah,
is,
okay.
I mean, I'm good either way. If you want to think,
Yeah,
proceed,
if that's all you wanted to chat about was
that's
talking
primarily
about
it. Yeah.
integration with Otter, then nothing we can do until because it looks like they have like private API, so you need to apply to become an integration partner and then
Okay.
work with them.
All right.
So just got to get in and have a chat with them to see what we
Okay.
can do.
Well, let's just cancel that one then, and
Okay,
we'll
sounds
go
good.
from there. We'll stay in touch.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
awesome. Andy, how are things going?
Oh, they're going pretty good. Um, my question is, I'm getting ready to run a review campaign for a client.
Yeah.
Now he's got a whole, like, let's say 500 clients.
Okay.
Do you recommend that we run like one campaign to all of these active clients to try to get a bunch of reviews? Or should we segment them? Or should we just do them like,
I
you
would
know,
drip them out over 500. I would probably drip them out over the next month or so.
okay,
It wouldn't even hurt because if they have a bunch of clients, what you don't want is to have like 500, reviews come in like
right.
a week kind of thing because that looks suspicious. So
Yeah,
spreading it out, even asking, a few a day for the next like 2 months or something like that would
okay.
would probably be a good strategy. Or like even 10 a day or something like that for 50 days or whatever. Wouldn't hurt just to spread them out because you're not going to get everybody leaving a ton of reviews right away, but you also just don't want that huge influx of reviews that's going to look suspicious to the review sites.
Okay. Okay. And then um I'm using the reviews. I'm using the reviews only, I think,
Okay.
right now. And I had a question about some of the custom values.
Okay.
Would it be all right to share my screen?
Yeah, for sure.
Or okay, let's see here. I think I have it already pulled up. So these are the custom values from your system.
Yeah.
And so first question here is what is the alternate review
So we've
site?
got so the original we've got built in, we've got Facebook, Google and Yelp. And then we've got a fourth, you can do a fourth option. So that's just allows you to put a fourth option in for whatever you want in
Okay.
that drop down. It doesn't have to be a fourth one. It's like, let's say you didn't want to use one of those three, but you wanted to use like Zillow, or you wanted to do like repeat like there, I think there's a rate my doctor kind of thing or whatever. Like if there's an industry specific one that you wanted to do, you could put the an image for that in there and then a link, and then that will show up as one of the review options when somebody goes to leave a review.
So that was my next question then. If they go to leave the review, it will give them the option of where, or should we just like choose, like if we wanted to go to Google instead of Facebook, or if we want,
Yeah. I don't like giving too many options,
I agree.
so
How do we like? I didn't see a
what
place to put to pick one. I guess we would
Oh,
just
it's
leave
just
the rest
so
empty.
if the custom value is filled out, it'll show up in the review options.
Okay, so leave if we don't want it,
Just leave
leave
it
it
blank.
empty. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. No, that's a good question, because I think they would prefer all theirs to go to Google.
Yeah.
And so, and I think it's set up right now. The landing page is live, or whatever, the page
Okay.
is live. So, and it's set to Google. If they leave the review, if they click on 5 stars, it'll go to Google. Now,
Yeah.
they asked, so right now, the way you have it set up is if they click on 4 or 5, it'll go to Google. If they click on 3 stars or less,
Yeah.
it'll pop that form up and say, hey, would you leave us some feedback as to why, you know, so they were wanting to do that for 4 stars and less, not three
Okay.
stars. Is there a way to adjust that?
Yeah, so you
So
need
that
to
way-
just change the CSS you have to go into the funnel and you need to
Into the
change the
funnel?
CS on the fourth button.
Okay, so do you mind if I do that right
Yeah,
now
go
while
ahead.
we're here? I'll go to the site. And then the smart reviews funnel. And then
Then yeah, edit that
edit
one.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, scroll down to just scroll down first. No, just hit cancel. Yeah, and then scroll down. Click on the number 3 button for a second. And then click on advanced in the top right. Right in the image panel there.
Right here,
Click
advanced.
on advanced, then
Okay, so it says BTN 3-star.
yeah, and then button stars 3. Okay, so click on the number 4 button
Okay,
and then click on advanced.
okay.
Button stars 4. So it's probably have to take off 5-star button.
This one right
Yeah,
here.
remove that one.
Okay.
And then click on the 3 button again. I forget which one.
Should I click save or no?
Just do this first. Click on the 3 button
3 button, okay.
and then advanced again.
Yeah.
It's probably BTN 3-star. So then we'll leave that one there, and then we'll just want to put that on the number 4 too. So go to the number 4 again. Click on advanced again, and then
Okay.
put in BTN 3-star. Yeah, so click on enter class name,
Here.
and then put BTN 3-star.
Just like you see here, or do the number 3
Yeah, 3 and then star.
and then star.
I think that's what it was, and then hit enter. And then let's click on the 3 again, just so we can confirm that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
BTN 3-star. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you hit save and publish, I think. Oh, you know what? We might have to do one other thing on the 4 button.
Okay.
On the 4. Well, try. I think we might have to just click on general.
Does it have to go to the forum or something?
And then say scroll
Action.
down, image action, open pop-up.
Okay.
And then let's save that and see what happens there. It's been a little while since I did this.
Okay.
And then hit publish. Oh yeah, or you can just do that.
Oh. All right. And then if I hit 4, yep, there it goes. It goes to the pop-up.
Yeah.
And if we hit 5, it should go to their, yep, it goes right to their Google. Okay.
I just want to, I'm gonna take a look at something here. I just want to make sure. Oh, let me just check, because I want to make sure that that CSS we changed, and I didn't change something. Let me just 2 seconds.
Okay.
User ranking, edit. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So my next question, see on this page here, it tells them to come back to
Yeah, so
this
just delete
page.
that.
Just delete that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, so two options. Yeah, and then delete that thing too. So two things. If you have it set up so that what if we could trigger it some other way? I was just thinking about it. What I usually do is I still have the pop-up go, and then I'll send them over to a thank you page. That way it goes to,
Yes.
you don't necessarily need to do it, but if you send them to a thank you page afterwards, like you have I think it says use referrals or redirect after review in the custom values, then it will send them over to a thank you page. And what that will do is it submits that hidden form that's on the page and it adds them to a different workflow. That will then just kind of follow up with them to see if they actually left a review. So you could do that if you want, but you don't have to. You can just send them to Google and it's fine that way too.
Okay.
It won't trigger that other workflow.
Okay. Yep. I do like the idea of sending them to the thank you page and, the other workflow.
Okay.
So I'll just leave it then like it is right now,
Yeah, so
right?
if you hit back, um,
Because this is the
yeah, there's the
feedback thank you
feedback,
page.
thank you, and then there's the review, thank you, no referral. So all you would have to do with that is go to settings, or no, go to settings, go to your custom values,
Okay. Yep.
and then go to, yeah, you can edit it here. There is one that says, if you do a search, I think it says redirect. Um, go put referral. Try to put referral, see if it shows up. Which one is it?
Um,
Um, I'm just gonna have a look here too. Um,
the use thank you page.
yeah, it might be
Start
that if it's
use
a
thank you
custom value.
page.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Yeah, there's a custom value that says use thank you page.
Yes, right here.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, if you want to use referral is what
Uh,
the
oh yeah,
custom
do you want
value
to, yeah,
says.
so use thank you page and then just
Okay.
edit that one and put yes.
Okay. Right here in the value.
Yeah, just type yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the referral one, it uses the same custom value, but it just in the referral one, it asks we redirect to the simple referrals page.
Okay.
Otherwise, this one will should redirect to a thank you page. Um, so then there's see where it says show pop-up for one review site.
Yes, right
Yes,
here.
for that as well.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
now if you go back and refresh that page.
If we go back to the sites and look at the funnel.
Yeah.
All right. Which
Yeah, just open that. Just click yeah, that one. There now if you go to like if you go to 5, It should open up Google and then click Google.
I'm gonna have to click it. Okay.
And then so that's going to take you to Google, and then the tab, it opened up a new tab, and the first tab that you're on went to a thank you page. We'll probably have to change. Oh, I know we need to do last thing we need to do in order to do that, go to forms
Form. Okay.
and then click on builder. And then there's the positive review form.
All right, right here.
Yeah. And then do. And then so click on the two dot things underneath save on the right hand side. And then options. Um so click on, see where it says open URL?
Yes.
To the end of that, no, leave that there. But then click on the URL itself and then scroll to the end. Oh yeah, so it went to review thank you page. So well then why did it redirect to referral?
Hmm.
Try one other thing. Click back. So it's supposed to go to the review thank you page. But just click back and then go to sites. Yeah, funnels. Click on the smart reviews one. Edit this page.
All right.
Scroll down to the bottom. Click on the form. And then it says use action from form builder. So then, yeah, it should have used. So maybe click on that. Click on use action from form builder down at the bottom.
Okay.
Go to. We don't have to do. Now I'm wondering why it's not. It didn't go to the referral page. I mean, it didn't go to the review page and it went to the referral page instead, which it shouldn't have. Um, I don't know. You might need to send me your page and then I'll have a look to see what
Okay.
if you want to do that direct. But that's basically we have the positive review form. We changed the URL was already changed on it, so it should have gone to the right spot. Um, I don't know why it would have redirected to a referral page instead.
Okay.
I'm in here. I'm just taking a quick look at this version. Clicked on 5, we clicked on that. It's going to wait, and then it's going to submit the form. Okay, well, maybe I won't do it right here on the call, but let's take a look.
Okay. Sure.
If you want to, just send me a link to that page. No, it shouldn't. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because we didn't go through the normal like review request thing. So when you send out a review request, it puts the person's email address and name in the URL. So when you send out a review request, okay? So when you're just previewing it, there's no information in the URL, which auto
Okay.
gets preloaded into the form. So I think by default we have it. If the JavaScript says, okay, if you have the pop-up, if you have the redirect going, but the form is blank, there's no information in the form, then we're not going to submit the form. We're going to do a redirect.
Okay.
But by default, it goes to a referral page. But if you were to test this by sending yourself a review request, like see the 4-step down, it says add review request.
Right here. Yeah.
If you were to fill that out, it'll say, hey, Andy, thanks for being a client. Would you mind giving us a review? They click that button, it has their contact info in there and then sends it over. So what will happen is the form will get populated with your contact information. That way, when you submit it, then the system knows who it's submitting to.
Who would submit? Okay.
That's why it did that redirect to the referral page. Now, there's possibly something that I can do in there just in case somebody goes to that page not from a review request. But it sounds like you're going to do like a database reactivation type thing and ask people for
Yeah.
a request. They're contacting, then that's the way it's set up, right? Is the a client comes in, they finish up a job, you send them out a link, their personalized link for the review request. So test that out, and then that should work for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, because it checks to see if the form is blank, and if the form is blank, then it doesn't submit it and it does a different redirect.
Okay. And if worst comes to worst, I could take that pop-up link out and also,
Yeah, you could just put it back to the way it was. Just turn those two things to like no.
yeah.
Use use
Two
thank you page and
The two things that say yes.
yeah, take those things out and say no, and then they won't do it.
The smart here to email.
Okay,
Is
so
that what should I put in there?
that is the email address that where you're sending notifications.
Okay, so that'd be the client, my client's email address should go in there.
Yeah.
Get the notification. Okay, and then the your app login URL.
You don't really need that anymore. That was kind of from an old version, and that was that would have been like your app dot makemarketing.com.
Okay. And then the business type,
so that would be like chiropractor, hair salon, whatever. So if you've seen in our backend dashboard, we have a custom values updater, and it should have a lot of that information filled out and kind of tell you what each one of those things does. I also have a Google Doc, or inside I believe also inside the Smart Reviews training area, there is a list of what each custom value does too.
Okay. All right. Yep. I do know the back end, and I was, linking those up. So a lot of this was linked through the back end, but these things I just didn't know what to put in.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, that was
let me grab this.
My main questions.
I've got a doc here that has it is a list of all the custom values for reviews and what each one does. And I'll put that in chat. That'll give you a good reference. If you have any other questions about it too.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Jason.
You are welcome.
I'll stop.
So let me jump over to Courtney had his hand up here. I don't know if Michelle had his hand up first or Courtney. No question. Courtney had let me answer I'll answer one of Courtney's questions right now, and then we'll come back to Michelle, and then maybe we can finish off with the custom values updating thing on how you can do that. So, Courtney, so you can set this. Let me see. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna answer number 2 question first.
Okay.
Just because update. So, where are we here? Okay, so let's go to restaurant. So the restaurant text whatever keyword to a number is already set up for the restaurant marketing, salon marketing, all those marketing ones. Those are all under, we're in the restaurant thing, we go to automations. We go to, it is under, I think it's under one of these, either number 2 or Number 3. There's text for Wi-Fi and then possibly text for to subscribe. So the way that we have these ones set up is we have each one of those 5 main campaigns, in-house, print, social media, reactivation, already set up in here with we'll tag them, and then anytime somebody texts one of the keywords. So what we're going to do is we're doing a trigger up at the top of the workflow. The reply channel is SMS. So what you can do if you want, you can create a different you can create a different trigger specifically for each one of these different channels if you want. So you can say contains phrase burger or something like that if you want. The only problem with that is you can't make this dynamically updated by custom values. So what we chose to do instead is just reply channel is SMS. So if a message comes in from SMS, we're going to do an if statement here, an if check or condition. And we're going to say, is the replied message is, and then whatever the keyword is. So we have these in-house text to subscribe keywords already in here. This could also just easily be, again, burger or something like that, or VIP, whatever you want. But the way we have it set up is that it's all through custom values already. So in order to, if you wanted to just use this and update it so that if anybody texts one of those specific keywords to enter one of the funnels, you just go to settings. You can again use our custom values updater, or you can use this one. And then go to just look for text. Here you will see text to subscribe keyword. And then we have in-house, print, reactivation, social media. And then you can put whatever value you want here. And when somebody texts this to your phone number that you have, then it will automatically add them to that campaign. Now, what's the other?
Just for context, Jason, I was actually trying. This has nothing to do with the rewards system.
Okay, just in general, how to set it up?
Yeah, remember I was telling you that I'm doing this homecoming thing with the alumni. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to set up.
Oh yeah, sure. No, so no problem. Let's just go to a different. I'm just going to go to a different sub account here. So I'm going to go create workflow, and then I'm going to go start from scratch. All you do is if you wanted to do a new trigger, so we go customer replied right here for this trigger. And then we can go reply channel is going to be SMS.
Okay.
And then we're going to say contains phrase. And then you can go like alumni or something like that.
Right,
and then,
right.
Then say save trigger. Okay. So now if the customer replies alumni to whatever phone number you have as your default phone number here, then you can trigger whatever you want. You can now send them an SMS saying, you know, hey, contact dot name. Thank you for registering or whatever. You know what you mean? For
so how would it know the contact's name if it's just, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. So I guess you know what, if you wanted to get into it, yeah. So you don't
what I really
have to
want to
do.
Facebook is blocking me from putting the link. It's saying it's spam or something. So I
Oh,
want to
okay.
activate where they can text and get the same form to fill out to register.
So here's what I would do. If you wanted to, they text that number, I would send them over to forum too, because it's for a high school reunion. I would say, hey, this is Courtney. Thanks for subscribing to our alumni channel. Click here to finish your registration here, and then put your URL in here, You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then send them over to the form. Send them over to the form that way, and then get them to fill out that information. You can also do stuff like I think you can do it with like AI too if you wanted to get into that. You could do conversation AI, and then you could be like, what is your name? And then you could do this. So like if they reply with their email, then you say thank you, and then you can go. It's another one of those if condition things, but it makes it more dynamic. So you can ask them that information. High level will also pull out. You can also, I think you might even be able to do just like send an SMS and say, what is your name? Like this. And then you can also just do a you can update contact fields, update field data. Like so you can probably just do full name, and then you can take the customer reply data from there. So here you could be like message body here, and if they reply with their name, then it'll update the contact with their name. It works pretty good, and there's just no error checking to see if it's a name that they reply with. You know what I mean? And then you could do like high level's pretty good these days too with pulling out email addresses and phone numbers from what is your email address. You know, and then high level will pull their email address out of their contact replied kind of thing too. So you can also do this too. So update contact field here and email, and then grab from here the text, and then go message again, message body, and that will be there. You can also, I think you can also say like if you can even just get more like if contact replied, contact detailed. Maybe it wasn't there. There is, oh yeah, contact reply, contact replied, true. Then you could, if they reply, then set their email address kind of thing. So that's maybe what I would do here instead of just waiting there. So you probably want to do the if there, just a check. You can also do, I think there's just a number of ways to do things as well. What if we had a
Yeah, I think the easiest way is probably just since I already got the form and stuff set up, just send them the link and let them fill out from there, right?
yeah, so you can just wait for a contact reply too. Contact reply channel is SMS. So like there's just a number of ways to do things. So what is your name? What is your name? Wait for them to reply. Once they reply, update that contact field, then send out what is your email address. You could say if there, but we probably want to do the wait step again, actually, because we're waiting for them to reply. So then we do another wait here. Wait for CRM or contact reply, SMS, or you want to. So this is where it helps to be specific on these, give them better action names. What is your name? And then here, this SMS, email. Just because when we then start doing like wait steps and stuff, contact reply, then we'll see like what is your email, right? And then we know that okay, after they reply to this one, reply to the customer replies to this SMS, then we're going to update their contact field. Now, high level is pretty good with that would be like email address. So then this would be message body, and then save. High level's pretty good at pulling out their details from the sub accounts, but or from the messages that they reply. So it'll generally grab their name, phone number, and email from SMSs that come back, but it doesn't hurt to just wait and see what that is and then update based on their reply there. So that's how I'd go and do it. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense. Yes.
Okay,
By the
so
way, can you send me that workflow?
possibly just yeah, I'd have to actually, I don't know if I can because I can't just share out a workflow. I'd have to like
Yeah,
go to
it
the
looks pretty
snapshot.
simple though.
Yeah, so just customer replied channel as SMS. It contains the phrase alumni, or you could do an exact match phrase alumni too, so you don't the contains phrase one will, any message that has the phrase alumni in it will trigger this. So maybe you just want to do an exact phrase. Now, what one other step that I would do also is check to see if you could have a tag that says like onboarding complete once they or sorry, tag. You could add a tag at the bottom that says onboarding complete for this, and then at the top see if they have a tag. And the reason why I would do this, if onboarding complete, or no, so let's take this and put this up here and say no, and then I would go contact details, tag, where's the tags? Tags includes onboarding complete, or does not include onboarding complete. Okay, so the reason why I would do this is someone SMS is in, right? We check to see if they've already onboarded themselves. We already have their information for some reason. And then we can go through if they don't have the onboarding complete tag, then put them through this side here. And then once they're done, tag them. The only thing that we'll do is just make sure that if they happen to text alumni again, it's not going to start sending them emails or messages asking them for their name and email again. So this way, if they replied with alumni here and they already have onboarding complete, then it'll just skip this. It'll just skip this workflow altogether, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
That's maybe what I would add in there. Just as a kind of a stop check, really, just to see if they text SMS, just to check to see if they've already registered, rather than having them answer those questions again or put them through that thing where you're waiting for replies and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll just doing the onboarding form. What were your thoughts around doing the onboarding form? Was that for specifically for restaurants or the reward system, or was
for
that
restaurants? Yeah. Yeah. I think, and I'll have to go back and find it, but I think you had sent me I got it. I think I saw it in my Google Docs or Google Drive. There's an automation around, like when the client comes on, for them to fill out all this stuff, their website, the business name, what they consider their clients, all that other stuff. I think you sent me some automated thing around that.
Yeah, so there's this workflow that I would have sent you before this snapshot here, which does somewhat go, it's not complete. It's kind of an example of how we go set it up. We've got business like steps 1 through 8, and basically we divided up all the custom values that we want them to fill out into, like, you can go up to 10 different forms is what we have set up here. And in step 1, it just has the custom values here that they would fill out. And then once they complete that, they hit next, and it'll take them to step 2 to do the next step, right? So kind of makes it a little bit easier for onboarding rather than having a list of like 30 questions that you want to ask them right at the start. And what we
Right.
have set up here is what we have set up here is that it will check to see each time they fill out one of those forms, it will then put them into this workflow that will say, okay, step one is done. And then when they do step two is done, three is done, four is done. And what we have here is a link to our custom values updater. Now, if you weren't using our custom values updater, you can go and update custom values on your own too. So what you would need to do is, so if we go update custom value, what you have to do then is say, okay, what are the values that are in that first form? And then what values do we want to update? So I don't think I have a lot of custom values in this onboarding form right here. But what you can do is you can go update custom value, select the custom value that you want to update, and then you select the custom field, the contact, and then custom field that you want to update it from. So this is the field that would be in the form. This is the custom value that you're updating, and then you hit save. And the thing is, you'd have to go and do you'd have to do one for each custom value slash custom form, if or custom value slash form value that you want to update. So again, we're going update custom value for the next one, and then we're going to go from email, and then the current, it shows us the current value there, but then we're going to go contact custom fields, and then we'd have to look for from value over here. Do 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 do. I not have it in there. Yeah, so anyway, so does that make sense? Like how you'd go and do that? So
Yes.
so it's definitely a little bit more, but like once you set it up, you don't have to go and do it again. Oh yeah, so rewards from email there. So that was the custom field. So update custom value. Which custom value are we updating? It'll show you the current value, and then where are we getting the new value from? So what would happen is somebody fills out form step one, they would get sent over here. Each one of those custom values that are in that form gets updated. You would delete this webhook here because you're not using our custom values updater, but you go through and you'd have to do that for each step, each what custom value and what field is it being updated from, and then hit save. And then what that'll do then is after they fill out step one, it'll update all those custom values. After they go fill out step, then it'll send them a reminder to fill out step two. They go fill out step two, and then it updates all the custom values under step two, step three, step four, step five, that kind of thing.
Okay. Sounds like your webhook probably would be the best route to go. These already set up.
Yeah, a little bit easier because then it's our custom values updater is a little bit easier, and we built it way before high level had their custom value updater, but it allows you to make collections of custom values for different projects, and we use it for all of our projects in here as well, so we can create a collection of custom values. And what it also allows you to do is have so that one that I just showed you, you have to have that in each one of your client sub accounts in order for them to update the custom values in that sub account. You can't update custom values in a different sub account from that onboarding form. The way ours is set up is you can have one onboarding form in your main marketing account, and then as that contact is sent over there to go and update their custom values, we can update custom values in a different sub account somewhere else. So it's just less stuff inside of their system, but it is a little bit of a setup to get it rolling. But once it's rolling, it works awesome.
All right. Well, and soon let's talk about how I can get a hold to that.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, and soon let's talk about how I can get a hold to that.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
All right, let's.
That's all I had.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope I answered your questions well enough there. To how to
Yes,
text
you
message
did,
and
and
update
thank you.
custom values. All right. Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just have a quick question.
Sure.
So I could not find the restaurant snapshot under the snapshots.
Okay. Let's see. So it should be, oh, it's not under snapshots. You know what? We put this in here and it is very misleading. It should under smart apps, get snapshot. You'll see all the snapshots right here.
Okay, under smart apps.
Yeah,
Sounds
so
good.
each app has its own snapshot. This is kind of like we have a couple different things like the link tree QR code generator, and then we have should probably put that onboarding one in here as well. But under each program, they have the snapshots are all in here,
Oh,
and this is where
perfect.
they're updated.
Awesome. Thank you. That's all
You're
my
welcome.
questions. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
well that was easy. I should ask that one. Yeah, next time if you just text if you for something like that, just throw it in chat
Okay,
and then I'll see it and then I can answer it much quicker instead of having you wait till the end kind of thing.
and no problem. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Excited to see a few new people in here. That's awesome. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Also want to let you guys know that we have another program that we run. Courtney is a part of it as well. And it's called Agency Launch Lab. And part of Agency Launch Lab, we focus more on the sales, marketing, and like mindset, strategy, that kind of stuff side of high level, selling high level, along with the tools and systems that we have too. So if you guys are interested in joining us, it is on Mondays and Wednesdays at noon, PST, 12 PST. We usually have a really good discussion in there. It's kind of a bit of a mastermind slash yeah, Courtney just said the business side of the game, very supportive environment. And that's it, because I know there's a lot of people in high level who are coming in and they want to be able to sell and maybe just need a little bit more support in getting out there, talking to customers, finding leads, finding customers, and closing people on the deals. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a message and I've got information for you about that. It's $97 a month to join us right now at regular $197. We've got a bit of a promo going on for that. So it's for 8 calls, generally about 8 calls a month. And every Monday and Wednesday, we jump on, do a bit of a training on Mondays. And on Wednesdays, it's more of an open forum to ask questions and get rolling. Andy, I will send you some info about that. I have I'll put you I'll put the link in here, agencylaunchlab.com. And that is an old page from a couple months ago, but I need to get that updated with what we're talking about. Next week on Wednesday, we're going to be doing a planning session for Q4 on Wednesday. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Andy, send me what is your email address? I probably have it in here. I'd have to um go and find it, but okay, yeah, perfect. I'll send you an email about it there. And if you're interested, I'd love to have you guys join us. So yeah, really supportive environment. Just like the tech calls here, except we're talking more about sales, marketing, mindset, strategy, that kind of stuff, getting out, getting more customers. And we'll even review ads, review your copy, review marketing material, and then provide you with any kind of SOPs, service agreements, stuff like that we have as well to help make your life easier. So yeah, anyways, having said that, I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, we were doing mock sales calls the other day. That was great. So Courtney and Danica were wanting to talk just more about sales and kind of practicing going in and having sales calls, cold calls, or meeting up with somebody who you've already started a conversation with. And we went through that for an hour, and it was awesome just to see the transformation that everyone had in kind of playing around with what's it like to kind of try and pitch your product or idea to customers if you haven't really done it a whole lot. And yeah, it was a really, really great session. That's all recorded too. So we have all the replays recorded, and they're totally easy to jump in to as well. So yeah, man, I hope you guys will join us there too, because it's a lot of fun. Okay, well, having said that, you guys I'm going to close it down for today, but you guys have an awesome rest of your Tuesday. If you guys have any questions, we do have the new Slack channel that you can join. It's in our back end, a link to it, but I think you can also get it from jhlpowertools.slack.com. I don't know if it'll let you in if you just join, but if you or if you just go to that page. However, if you have any other questions, feel free to post them in here. Join our Slack channel right there, and that'll link you up to Slack, where we have one of our VAs in there answering questions, and then we're also just in there answering questions too whenever we see something come up. So a little bit easier way to help everyone else out if they have any questions or any kind of issues that you run into, and then we can get questions answered a little bit easier than just waiting for the Tuesday and Thursday calls. So having said that, that's awesome. So then, oh, Courtney, I'm glad you guys are here too. And seeing you guys grow is awesome too. Everybody's making changes and upgrades all the time, right? So all we can do is always keep moving forward, and we learn every single day. So man, I'm glad you guys are all here. So you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll talk to you
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks, Jason.
All right.